everybody. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you been? Welcome back to Mr. B, and we are in the kitchen again. Yes, same outfit in yesterday's video. Yesterday's video, I made the tater tot casserole for the first time. Go and check it out. I will link it up here. But right now, as I mentioned in that video, I have my freezer is 2 drawers and one of them is empty. So I want to fill it up with some stuff that I can just pull out and heat up later. And I'm also going through the rest of the freezer and kind of seeing what I have in there. So one of the things that I had in there were some O'Brien potatoes. I have like half a bag of that. And these are the ones that have like the bell peppers and the onions and the all that. So I use these to make my breakfast casserole. So I don't have a lot of this, so I'm going to just be making a small dish of it. And I may get, I don't know, 2 breakfasts out of it. I don't know. We'll see. But I've got this small dish. It's really tiny. I can easily get two blocks out of that. But that might be, it might just be a little too much. So we'll see. And then with that, so you need your eggs. So I've got some eggs. I have the oven on at 425. I've got some half and half just because I don't have milk, and it's just to whisk up the eggs. And then I have sausage. I love using this Morningstar Farms. I love their products. Amazing. So they are breakfast. I mean, they are. But they're veggie breakfast patties. So you can see that. So let's pull out 2 of those. Put those on a plate. And just to soften them up a little bit, I'm going to stick them in the oven. Because they will just cook while they're in the oven. So using some sausage patties there, and then you're also going to need some cheese. So, cheese. All right, so now that that bag's closed, I'm gonna stick this back in the freezer, and let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is, one, I'm gonna determine which dish I'm gonna use. I don't know, I think I can use a small one. Let's see. Oh wait, let me put you down. Low. Alright, so put it in the small one, which is really, you know what? I think that works just fine. So let's put that one aside. So now what we want to do, so normally when I make a big one, I do about 6 eggs, but we don't need a big one. So I'm only going to be doing 2 eggs, I think. Yeah, for now I'll just do 2 eggs. Add some other half and half in there. Now let's season these up. Alright, so I'm going to be adding some pepper. Some salt. I use pink Himalayan. Then I'm going to be adding some paprika. Just a nice little smoky flavor in there. some onion powder. And some garlic powder, which I need to pick more up of. There we go. Now, all right, set that aside. So I've got the sausage. Now let's cut that up. Just cut those up. There's that. Ooh, that is hot, man. Let's get this over here. Let's put the sausage on here. Spread that out. There we go. Okay, and now what we do, move that lid out of the way, don't need it yet. Let's get these out of the way. You know what eggs look like. There we go. So then what we do is we just pour this right over everything. There we go. Now, yeah, I need some more egg in there. There we go. So there's the casserole, like it's ready to go. I will be adding cheese, but I'm going to do that towards the end of its baking cycle, just so I'm not burning the cheese. So, like I said, this goes into a 425 degree oven for about 45 minutes. And that's because I use frozen O'Brien potatoes. Now, if you leave them out, obviously you won't need to do that. Or if you cook them before, you can go in less. Look, I'm not telling you how to cook. I'm just telling you why I do things the way I do them. So that's ready to go. So let's stick that in the oven. So I'm going to clean this up and get items for the next thing ready to go. All right, so one of the things I'm going to be doing now is when I went to the store the last time, I picked up a dozen eggs, thinking that I only had 4 in the fridge. That was not the case. So, I have way too many eggs, and before they go bad, I'm gonna just use them. But so I've just put some water in here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hard boil some eggs. Those are easy, quick. You can stick them in the fridge, grab them when you want. You can, grab one out the door, eat it on your way. Well, I mean, we're not going anywhere, but you know what I mean. But they're done. So you then, if you need a quick egg salad, there you go. So I've got 6 of them in here. Let me just show you. 6 of them in there. And then I'm gonna show you how I know when they're done. I use this little egg timer thing, and it's called Lux. I can't read that well. Hold on. Lux egg timer. So it's just a piece of acrylic, I guess. And then inside, as it boils, see those lines there? And it says soft, medium, and hard. So once that turns like a darker, almost like a maroon color, as it cooks. And so you'll know what stage your eggs are at. So just pop that at the bottom of the pan facing up. And then, so see, right there. And then that's how I know that they're ready to go. So let's get these going. All right, so the eggs are done. I'm going to just turn that off. That's off. The casserole in the oven, which I don't know if you can see. You can see. So it's starting to rise a little bit. So it's time to pull it out, add the cheese. Folks, if you could only smell that. Oh my gosh. So let's go ahead and add the cheese to it. So I usually make this for camping trips. So easy. You pull it out, stick it on the table, everyone cuts a slice, and it's ready to go. So there it is with the cheese. Let's put that back in the oven. That's in for another, 10, 12 minutes or so. Now let's deal with first this mess. I don't like leaving the eggs in the hot water, so get my colander. So that's the color it turns when as it darkens up. I like my hard-boiled eggs really hard-boiled. So there we go. And then the good thing about So the good thing about having eggs at the ready is you can just have like a piece of toast, peel one, eat that. You can also make egg salad if you need to, deviled eggs if you want to put the work in for that, so you can do that. But at least you have them and they're done. You don't have to cook them. You don't have to wait for them to cool down because they're already done. So, yeah, so that's good. I'll be back when you pull that out of the oven and we'll see what else we get up to. All right, so I did have to put a piece of foil over the casserole. The cheese was melting a lot quicker than I thought. So I went ahead and covered it for a little bit, pulled it off, and now it's ready to come out. Oh, it looks so good, smells so good. So can you guys see it? Look at it. Oh. I mean, truth be told, I didn't need to add that extra egg, but look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that. That looks so yum. So, can you hear the sizzle? So we're gonna go ahead and let that do its thing, cool down, and then we'll break that up later. And I have made this before, I believe, on here. So there's that. Again, really simple. You can put in whatever you want. That's a great make ahead meal. Like, you can make that, stick it in the freezer, then you have surprise guests, stick it in your oven for 45 minutes and you're like ready to go. I do want to roast some potatoes. I had small potatoes that I had half a bag left, and I need to use those because those have been here for a little bit. So I'm going to use those to roast with some rosemary. We'll do that. And then I also have some butternut squash, which I have draining right there. That will also be roasted for a little bit, and then we'll do something with those. Not quite sure yet, but we'll do something with those for sure. So right now, let me pan you down and let's get these potatoes in the oven. All right, so I've got my pan, which I will be roasting everything in. Then I've got my bowl for me to mix and cut everything into. So let's get started. All right, so those are ready to go. Again, it's just what I had left in the bag. I'm just trying to use up everything I have. And so I know the pan is bigger, but I will be adding the butternut squash. What am I trying to say? Towards the end of the roasting period for these, because those are soft. So let's stick that in the oven. So I stick it into a 425 degree oven. I think these may take about 30 minutes or so. So probably at about 20, I'll stick in the, what's it called? Butternut squash. So let's get these in. All right, so I just pulled these out of the oven. They're almost ready. So I just went ahead and stirred them up a little bit. They smell amazing, guys. They smell amazing. So then I'm also moving them over to one side because I now, on this side, want to add the butternut squash. So, and we've already prepped that. So let's stick that in there. Like so, and this pan is really hot. Please stay in. There we go. There we go. Now those go back in for another 10 minutes or so. All right, guys, it looks like the roasted veggies are ready. So let's go ahead and pull those out. Look at that. Can you guys hear it? Oh. Yeah, you hear the crunch. Then here's the squash. Those are ready. Yay. That's exciting. So let's go ahead and just put everything in its containers, and then I think we are done for just random things. All right, so I've got some cool little things going on here. So just a recap of what we did. Some roasted rosemary potatoes. Those smell so good. And when I reheat them, I don't do it in the microwave. I will either use the oven, which is maybe like 1% of the time, or I will throw what I'm going to eat into the air fryer. Warms it up and keeps it nice and crispy. The best thing ever. So got the potatoes, and then we've got the roasted butternut squash, which has salt, pepper, and some paprika on there. And then those are also, so they're kind of crispy, but not really, because I don't really want them crispy. And again, I'll have that as a side, or I will add it to some goat cheese on maybe some like crostini or something. So, and drizzle that with some balsamic. Oh, yes, please. So we've got those two things. And then the universal hard-boiled eggs. We all know how to hard-boil eggs. So there we go. And again, like I said, many uses for this. Once they're done and they're in the fridge, it's just easy. You can make a multitude of meals with those. And then the breakfast casserole. I mean, it's tiny because I just used the rest of the items that I had. So there we go. And that's good for 2 meals. So there we go, folks. Thanks for cooking with the fool. So, yeah, I hope your eyes are all doing really well. I hope you're trying to find this stay-at-home stuff more palatable now that we've been doing it for a while, we seem to be getting a little more comfortable with it. I don't know if that's the right word, used to it. We're just getting more used to it, I guess. So, and this is what I've decided to do with my time today. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching me today. It's a beautiful day. Made it in the pool today. Excited about that. Anyway, I have a couple more things I'm still working on, so I'm going to finish those up. But yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. Don't forget about making a heart smile today. We could all use one. See you next time. Bye.